I can moo, can you? Probably, because you're a cow and I'm just a guy. So, yeah. What are you thinking, Crazy Eyes? Yeah, that's what I thought too. We'll get into something interesting right after this. Welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, I'm Ross the Oliver Man. Here's the 1755. Somebody was worried about it. They hadn't seen it in a while. It's just been hanging out here in the shed. The battery's dead. It's got those 6-volt stupid batteries and they are junk already and they're not that old, so I've been kind of in a standoff. I don't really want to buy batteries just right now, but we'll see. I've been trying to get everything crammed under the shed, and I think I've succeeded where I'm going to get most everything under here, more than last year even, by some creative rearranging. And I think if I find some place to stick this wagon, I'll be able to get that combine under here and all the rest of the tractors except for the 9650 and the 4180, which I'll have to come up with something for that. Also, that grain truck I bought, I'm gonna have to find a shed for it, a permanent location. Right now it's just hanging out in the friend's building there because it doesn't have a tarp on it or anything. I didn't want it to get wet. Plus, I never got to the license branch yet to get that all taken care of. We'll do that the day before we need to use it. But I've been doing some wintertime cleaning and mowing of grass as I move stuff. Got a ton of projects I want to do. Just need the motivation. Fixing our grinder mixer and whatever. But cleaning, that's what we're after. And here we have a feller coming who is here for something. I decided I had some stuff that he couldn't live without. So I texted him and I said, "Is your trailer empty?" And here he comes right now. So we will talk with him here in just a second. Should be a familiar sight by now. Oh, Mama Bear's Homestead and More. Back again.
I've learned something.
Yeah.
Don't put your magnetic GoPro holder in your cup holder.
Because you'll pick up all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
Collect a bunch.
I've had that trouble myself with stuff.
So how the world was Ross today?
Not too bad.
Good.
I would like to have gotten more done than I did, but it just seems like, I don't know, things take too long or what have you, but I've been doing some cleaning and I found some stuff you can't live without.
Absolutely.
What do we have here? Christmas time,
Yeah.
huh? What have we got here? Oh, we have some of the famous Mama Bear's Homestead jalapeno pepper jelly. Awesome. Oh, apple butter. Are they all different flavors? Peach preserves, cherry preserves, blackberry preserves, blueberry preserves. So now for the person who isn't me that has a Dirk that comes and just brings him stuff, where would somebody go if they wanted to try this?
Right now it is available at Mom's Cafe in Kirk, Indiana. It will be available this week at Steele's Barbershop in Bedford, and it is also on eBay.
On eBay. Okay, good. So they can go on there and get it shipped to their door.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
It's all natural, no artificial sweeteners or anything. Everything's as it can be sourced in Indiana. Like I know the blackberries are all from Indiana, but the blueberries are from Michigan. So there isn't that many people here that grow
Yeah.
blueberries.
Well, that's pretty neat. So you cook it all yourself, or how's that go?
No, we teamed up with a private label company, and they make it because we don't have a certified kitchen,
Oh,
so we couldn't sell it on any shelf.
yeah.
And a whole different set of walls that I don't want to mess with. But yeah, so private label, but we sourced a good company to make up for it. It's pretty cool.
Alrighty. Well, I've been doing some cleaning and I found some stuff that you can't live without.
Absolutely.
Some stuff that you didn't remember last time, like that transmission. We forgot that last time. But I got all these orange parts. I want to see you build a 2-row planter for behind these orange tractors, and there should be enough here to do it other than some box tubing, which you'd have to build you a frame, but you can
So I got a planter here with no frame.
you got a planter with no frame, you can make it fit whatever you want. If you want to make it fit like the sides of a tractor or somehow or whatever, or if you want to, all you got to do is be able to lift it up and down and it'll plant. So
That'd be slick.
so that's the nice thing, because they're ground drive units. So anyway, flat chain.
Are these 70
72
units? 72.
I
Okay.
think. I can't remember. I don't know if they have a tag on them somewhere or not, but see, they're the flat chain units, and then the later ones were the roller chain units. The roller chain units, what were they? I think they were like 78s maybe, or
Okay.
something.
Yeah.
Maybe these are 60 something. I don't remember, but 70, maybe these are 70s and the other ones are 72s or 70s and 78s, or I don't.
can't remember.
But they were 600 series planter frames, and then you made them whatever you wanted in any combination. But this is what I got left. They were soybeans when I had, so that's the plates that are in there. So if you decide you want to plant soybeans,
Yeah.
you can do it 2 rows at a time.
2 rows at a time.
But
That decal for
there you go.
amazing on it.
The other one, I don't know, it's probably just as good. It's got a little riff in it maybe, but
Yeah. It's still awesome.
That'll get you fixed up there.
Absolutely. So are you glad to be done with harvest?
Yes, I am. It was dragging on much too long, but
73 video from yesterday. I really enjoyed that one.
well, if I had known it was going to work so easy, I probably would have saved more corn, but if I had, it wouldn't have worked that way.
Right.
So,
You gotta be
because I was
out there.
tempted to just go ahead and shell more, but I wanted to do some picking too, so I don't know.
My first year picking, I think.
Yeah, it worked good. I like it. That's one of my favorite things to do, and I was impressed that the Ferguson picker was doing a good job. I mean, I didn't know how that was going to go, because that's a kind of a one-off type of deal where you don't see very much. So
1949, so it's almost 75 years old, and it never missed a beat.
yeah, one of these years I got a co-op corn picker too. I want to get that out and play with it. One of these years I'll get organized and have more stuff ready when the time comes.
Well, I think it's amazing that you can keep all this, what you have going, organized.
It's not it's not really organized. It's kind of chaos. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that gets fixed just before you need to use it, because I can't get it all done. But anyway, that's the plan. So I've been putting stuff away for winter, trying to find places for it all, and then I had this stuff laying out, and I thought, hey, there you go.
We can make something out of that.
I mean, it'll be, I know you got that 1-row planter, but 2 rows is better than 1 row, I guess. And you can get plates easy for these, anything you want. I mean, these take those plastic John Deere plates, so you can get any kind of seed plate you want and figure out, you know, I guess vary your ground speed if you want to plant it, you know, whatever, but you can figure it out. I mean, this is what I had left after I made a couple of those 2-row things for people, and then I sold the one main thing, and then I don't know, I was gonna make one for myself, but I got enough stuff to do. So
How many planters do you have, Ross?
I don't know, I'd have to think about that. I got I got a 2-row, I got 3 4-row planters, 2 6-row planters, and then that soybean planter, which is what, 13 rows or whatever it is. I don't know. So I don't know. And then I got some walk behind planters from horse days, but I don't know. There's another thing one of these days I could make a heck of a video, I guess, using all these different planters, but
yeah.
I don't know.
You definitely got me addicted to it.
Huh.
Oh, while I'm here, I want to see the 107.
Oh yeah, yeah. So the question is, where is it? Where is it? Is it over here? I think it is over here. There's the 207. The 207 is just offset back axle. Well, you'll see the differences between it. But the 107, the biggest hiccup I have with it is this long drive shaft.
Okay.
Because it will destroy all this if you're not careful. It was that way when I got it. And I don't know. I mean, you just got to watch what you're doing. And then another thing is make sure that the gearbox is really shut off before you like take off down the road. Because
Okay,
if it goes slamming into road gear, that's probably not going to be good for it.
Okay, you disengage it.
It's just got a cable and it just pulls over there, and with a spring and this handle here. And then see, when I got this, it was all in pieces, and I had to replace the bearings in this, and all they are is the backside one is just a tapered roller bearing with a rubber shield on one side, and then the other side is no rubber shield. So you can go to Napa and get those. And so check that before you start. And then another thing, these are almost impossible to find. I don't think you'll ever find any more.
Okay.
So what I did is I drilled and tapped them for grease fittings, and I grease them every single time.
Okay.
And you can see what I just drilled a hole in the center, and it's been working the whole time. So and then just make sure you grease it everywhere, because like I said, I don't know the availability. You're gonna have to buy another rake for parts if you tear some of this up, because it's just not gonna be found. The teeth, these are Oliver teeth. I got them off the internet. I think I bought a box of 100 at a time, and the rake holds like 90 of them, I think. So you don't need them all. If you, I don't know, have you got that home yet or
no,
not?
Not yet.
So you're gonna have to take inventory of it and see what it looks like. But if it's got a mixed match of teeth, I would at least take off all the ones that don't match and put the right ones on.
Right.
Because this one like had New Holland teeth on it, which would, no, the New Holland has a lot bigger spring, and they weren't even, and I thought that was harder on it. So I bought the one, and I think they also are twisted different. See, and there's a few original ones on here, or what I thought was original, like this here.
Right.
I didn't replace until I took it off. But like I've said before, of course that's gonna make an idiot out of me right there, but if you make sure you don't have it just slammed into the dirt all the time. I've never put any more teeth on this than that first time.
Said it right.
Yeah,
Yes.
and that's been years and years ago. There's some things, anyway, yeah. If you go the right direction, it works great.
Yeah.
So, but I'll be curious to see what kind that is shape. Have you seen it up close?
No.
Does it have the Oliver tag, or was it sold by Sears? See there?
Don't know.
See, they sold them for, like other companies bought them and sold them.
Okay.
But it'll be interesting to see if it's still got the tag on it that says Oliver.
That was another thing I wanted to ask while I was here, where the tag is at on it.
Right there, if it's still there. And then, yeah, but it's very easy to spot one of these because of that drive shaft. That's about the only one that used
the
that.
other day when I drove, I seen this big sprocket hanging up on top. So, okay.
And see, then like these, they went all together different. There is, there's nothing similar. This one's got the whole clutch setup that's back here. It's not a gearbox. It just uses almost like a planter clutch type deal.
Okay.
And then it's got the offset axle and a short drive shaft. So
this is kind of a mixture.
This is more,
New Holland.
well, this is like, that would be comparable to like the New Holland, what was it, a 55 or 56 rake?
Yeah.
It was a straight axle rake, and then they went to like the 256 was the offset rake, and this is the comparable to that. So this one had bearings out of it. There was a video about that about a year ago too, where I fixed that up, and I don't think I ever even got to use this one this year for some reason, did I? I don't remember if I used it or not, but it needs, don't buy those kind of teeth. I don't like them. They always said they were the deluxe teeth, you know, and they sell them as universal teeth, but what happens is when they get dry and brittle, the rubber goes and they just peel off. They don't stay put, and you'll find them laying every place. So that's kind of what my hold up was on that one. I never used it yet because I want to change out all the teeth. But yeah, this one I paid a lot more money for than that one, and it was in better shape than that other one. But I don't know, it was close. That's been years ago though. I mean, I don't know.
Well, the
it's always
price of hay rakes are just outrageous,
Oh,
in my opinion. But,
I mean, a good hay rake will still bring $800 or $900.
Yeah,
I mean,
a junk one will bring that.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Maybe I fell asleep and dreamed it, but I thought you could buy a hay rake for $200-300.
Maybe one of those wheel rakes.
Okay.
But that's about it.
Okay.
I mean, which the wheel rakes, I mean, I used that one and played with it. It's really gentle. It doesn't, if you had stuff that had a lot of leaves on it,
right,
that would be the way to go, because it just pushes it gently along there and does, instead of really beating it like these. But if you get into heavy stuff, I don't know how well it would really do. It has its limits. I mean, you can supposedly rake as fast as you can travel, but I don't know. They each have their own thing. I like these because you can't hardly stop them. I mean, like I said, if you get into real heavy piles or whatever, it'll rake it over. But and this one will do better than that one, because that one gets a really, like, if you would try to, I've noticed with that one, if you had a really big windrow and let's say it got rained on and then you went out there to try to flip it over and it was really heavy, you could get into situations where you'll slide the wheels on that one, because it's not, it just starts pushing it, and the offset rake doesn't do that as much. I always wanted to build, I never got around to it too, I know you can buy them too, but I wanted to build a tandem hitch and pull two at once and just play with it like that. But then I thought a while ago, I'd build something and pull three at once and see if I can build 3 rakes at one time, but I don't know.
Yeah, that would be something. It'd be something to watch.
Yeah, that's something to watch. So, I don't know. I mean, if you got it for what you said you got it, I think you got a good deal. So, if you can just get it home, and it's not that far for you to pull it home, really. No. And these have they don't have bearings. They're just bushings like this. So you might before you ever start, figure out if you got to make something to make it better, because it may not be, you know, they're greasable, but if it doesn't take grease, you know, you can jack it up and slide the whole wheel off, pull the cutter key off. Just make sure you don't lose the little ratchets things in there, because there'll be those little things with the spring. And you may have to take that off anyway and check, because some of them have been broke before and I've had to do stuff. But yeah, I mean, that's what I would check before you, I mean, obviously make sure everything rolls good before you tear off down the road with it. But perhaps to get it home, tie this forward so that this doesn't, like, tie this to the bar or something so it doesn't kick in while you're going 40 miles an hour down the road or whatever. I mean, yeah, it'd be probably better if you just take the drive shaft off, but as long as it doesn't turn, it'd probably be fine. So,
yeah, that's another reason why.
See the rake?
Get some lessons.
Yeah. I don't know that I'm an expert on that, but I bought it in pieces and it works. So it just, like I said, the biggest thing I would do to it would be to put those grease fittings in the ends of the thing and grease it every time, because I don't think you'll find that stuff in there. What's in there, I haven't ever taken one apart, but I know what's in there. It's a cam follower bearing, like out of your, almost like your pickup on your hay balers. It's just a little round thing that follows that track, and it's just snap ringed in that thing. But you'd have to find one that fits in there and I never went down that road. You know what I mean? When I'd have to, I'll figure it out. But until then, this seemed like the way. I drilled it and then took a little shop vac and made sure to suck everything out I could, that there wasn't any metal shavings left, and then put, you know, and just went on. And it seems to be the way to go. So I wish I had more room to put it under the shed so it didn't turn back like this again, but because it used to be shiny and nice. But
Problem with all my stuff.
Oh well, what are you gonna do, you know? You can,
No point in not getting it.
no, I mean, it's not doing any good where it's at, and I mean, if you got it, it's not gonna go to the scrapyard. So
Right.
that one probably came from around here, and this one didn't. I mean, this came from way up north, in the middle of nowhere. I got this on eBay and lost, and then a day or two later, eBay sent me a second chance offer, and I thought it was a scam. And then I looked at, I don't know, and I went ahead with it, and we drove up there. It was the middle of nowhere, down a dead-end place, and then all of a sudden the guy comes behind with like a loader thing, and then he set it on the trailer and we went on our way. But it was all apart. I mean, so, but it can be done.
You still like your design?
Yeah, if I just get time to work on it. I got lots of stuff to do to it. Sprockets in there. I don't know if you ever had that apart.
Which part?
The main drive shaft inside there.
Oh no.
See, these sprockets are garbage on here, right here.
Yeah.
And I have brand new ones, but you got to gut the whole thing, and it all goes out that side.
Okay.
So you got to figure out, there's like a clutch over here on this side to take apart to get it out. It's going to be a pain, but it's got to be done because it'll jump time on this side sometimes when you're open, because there's no teeth if it lands in just the right spot. And then when you start, the bars look crooked, and then finally it'll skip and even itself out again, but it's a problem. So it needs that, and it needs it's getting to where it needs airbags, and it needs put back in the shed, but I never got that done yet either, since all those sheds blew down last year.
Yeah.
My wooden wagon is taking priority because they don't last very long outside. Right. So yeah, but that's what needs to happen here, and then it would be all right. I'd like to update too, but $10,000 for a used baler.
Yeah.
For not making it or whatever.
Used baler was pretty solid. Yeah. I mean,
it was a pretty good baler. It was rough when I got it. I mean, there was stuff that wasn't right because it wouldn't tie on its own. I mean, but it still needs stuff. It was like this when I got it, and it's getting, he said they put new chains all in it, which they probably did, but these old wore out sprockets just ate them up.
Yeah. And
they were probably the cheapo aftermarket chains. So I've put a bunch of links in because it did stretch one side more than another, and I had to put a bunch of links in one to tighten it up. Oh, I don't want to do that because I've done that before and made a mess of it.
Yeah. Is there another one of these bars in the back?
Back with the stars. I did that while back.
Okay.
It's got those stars.
You don't want them cutting your bars in half, because that makes a mess.
Yeah. It's, where is it? It's back there somewhere. Because we did that in the shop. I took it in there. Where is that thing? I thought it was on the back door, but I don't see it now. It's back there somewhere.
Yeah.
With the star rubbers like this. And maybe it's right where the lid is at the very bottom. But anyway, they were baling there across from Stan's house, and they were having trouble where both of their balers were tore up. And so I went over and baled a whole bunch for them, and it was miserable. It wasn't even really ready to bale, but it was bad weather coming or something, and I baled. And instead of paying, I said, I tell you what I'll do. I said, I'm pulling this baler down here, and I said, you can work on it. Because I said, I've got teeth. I had a box of teeth to put in the pickup, and then I had those rubber things, and so they did that in exchange for me baling. I said, if you put the teeth on it and put those rubbers in there, go for it. And after working on this, they said they hated it and they'd never work on a chain baler again because they didn't like it.
They're not chain baler people.
Well,
they give me a hard time.
that I thought I wanted an Agco baler, but I will tell you what, there's a lot more stuff I think in there to go wrong. I mean, there's a lot of those rollers and stuff are super expensive, $1,000 a piece. There's a lot of stuff on here, but almost anything that breaks can be fixed for 30 or 40 bucks. Like every individual piece is not expensive like that, where if you had a bearing go out and ruin that roller, that's $1,000 and you have to have the whole thing.
Yep.
So for simplicity's sake, I do like this, but I don't know. I mean, it needs attention.
It'll eat anything.
Yeah, it'll bale it. If it goes in there, it'll bale it. So. Where did they go? There's
bearings.
My uncle gifted those to me, and I gift them to you because they fit those right here. So I don't know why these were taken apart, but basically these bolt into this thing.
Okay.
And then you can make you whatever. You can make you.
Beam.
Okay, that works for me. Works for me because I don't have to stop and pick them up if they don't make it. On there, a jet or a motorcycle? Yeah, they've been doing that lately. Stuff like that. I don't know.
Trying to find
my stash, I guess.
Yeah, your other crop?
I don't know. I don't have a cash crop like that.
Me neither.
Huh. Oh well. That got you some more to play with.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I'm thinking, yeah, that'll go behind something or other.
Yeah.
On a C or whatever. You can.
It wouldn't be hard to build a planer.
No, I mean, because all you literally got to do is drop it on the ground and go. I mean, if you can make somehow it pick up a bar, you could mount it on the front, you could mount it on the side or back or whatever. Just got to have room to. But like I said, you'll be able to find plates for this a lot easier than you can for that single bottom planter.
Yeah.
So if you want to plant vegetables of different kinds or whatever, so.
Found a 4-bottom snap coupler plant.
Well, that's neat. I don't know if that's not very common.
No.
I mean, has it got a tail wheel or is it all mounted?
No, it does. It's got a depth gauge. It don't have a tail wheel.
Okay.
A depth wheel, I guess.
On the side like that. One of those has that. I don't. Yeah.
It's got 2 busted boards on it. That would be what's gonna be hard. But
did you ever find that guy that had that stuff?
I ain't ever got he ain't ever went and got that plow stuff yet.
Oh.
But I do have some plow points for your dad.
Yeah, because he was needing plow points.
Yep.
I'm hoping he brings the tractor pretty soon and we can take the head off and figure out what's the problem. So.
Oh, his 200 down?
No, the little WD.
Yeah.
That's what the snap coupler plow fits on. The 200's 3-point, so he's got a 5-bottom semi-mounted for it because I bought him and traded him because he had that round pipe beam plow was technically his, and so I bought this other one and traded him.
Okay.
So anyway, that's how that goes. If you want something, trade for it. That's how she goes. So.
How's the Heritage?
I've got an oil pump for it to try that, but I got to split it and flip it upside down to do it. So it's a lot of work for it to end up to be junk anyway. But
it ain't gonna be junk.
I need to do it this winter. I mean, if I got to take it apart again and overhaul it, fine. But I think that I don't know how far the last guy ran it because I believe that this is what was the problem. And he didn't know what he was doing, and he just started pulling it apart and then had it all apart and didn't understand. And I also would like to have seen what it looked like before he took the oil pan off of it, because I have a feeling that there was something in there and he cleaned it off. And when I took it apart, I didn't see any of that because the pump is full of nonsense. And I'm hoping, since it doesn't turn, I'm hoping that maybe it didn't pump that everywhere, but I didn't run it too awful long, but I mean, it would have got some splash oil from everything, but I don't know. I mean, it's a lot of work just to have to turn around and do it again. But the oil pump was $100, so that was a no-brainer. I bought that. I just wish I could swap it out without having to take it in half, but you just can't. I mean, you got to take the front axle off to take that piece off, and then you could do it. So by then you might as well split it and do the clutch and then flip it upside down and do it where it's easy to work on. So this winter sometime, that'll be it. When I get rid of that other guy's 550, I need to get back on it and get it done. I got a lot of projects to do for other people. I need to get that done and then maybe work on my own. I've got a whole bunch lined up for, well, that guy's got 2 things, that 550 and then a 1650 in pieces, which all I have is the motor. I have a basket full of motor parts, and the block and the crank is at the machine shop, and so is the head. So whenever I get that back, I can try to build him a motor, and then I'll have him bring the rest of the tractor and put it together and send it on its way. And then I got another one coming from Kentucky that a guy wants me to overhaul because it's something that's pretty rare and he doesn't want to do it himself. So I told him I would do it, but it's going to be, I told him it would probably be summer before it would be able to make that happen. So, because I got too much backed up now. I don't know. I got plenty of projects to do. I just need time and money. I don't know. We'll get it figured out somehow. It's just one of those deals. Well, as per usual, much time has passed whenever somebody comes to visit. But I still have to take a bale to the cows. So I suppose that's what we'll do. see if we can get the end one. Oh yeah. Buddy. Also, the GoPro got too cold and the battery's dead now, so that's something fun that happens when you use a GoPro. Oh, my friend Net Wrap. How I love you. It was a nice warm day, and now it's starting to get into the uncomfortable cold temperature. But luckily we're almost done, so. I still haven't got my new hay ring totally assembled yet, so that's a project to move up to the top of the list. So we're just rolling with whatever we got left of this other one right now. Nighty night, 1650. Okay, 5:50 time. Of course, you can't see that, but we will in a minute. How about that? Am I far enough back? No. I want to take them a mineral tub, which of course I have in there, and wow. It's almost humorous, but not really. All right, take this out there, That'll give them something else to entertain their feeble minds instead of trying to break out. Do that. Ooh. Yeah, okay. How about we calm down and let me get it out there first before you go berserk. Sure, any other time that would come right out of there, yeah. What do you want from me? I tell you. There we go. There you go. Yum, yum. Well, I don't know how interesting the video turned out this time around, but typical day in the life of a moron, and sometimes you have to work in the dark. So that's what we did. As always, if you like it, give it a thumbs up. Leave us a comment. That stuff helps and doesn't cost you anything. And as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.